June stats are out and there's a lot to talk about. I have some great information for you. Hey there, it's Robin Burdette with RE/MAX, and the June stats are out, and a lot like May, but a lot of differences from 2018 that we're going to talk about. So first off, I kind of want to go over everything that we're going to be talking about because there's always three things that we discuss. One is the number of active listings. Two is the number of listings that actually sold. And then the last one actually is the number of months worth of inventory. And the reason why these are really important is because we want to see how it's trending. Are we selling as many homes as last year? Do we have as much inventory on as last year? And then how much inventory is left? Because if we are starting to, if you remember, anything 0 to 3 months is a seller's market. 3 to 5 months is what we call a fair market, and anything after 5 is a buyer's market. So it's really critical that we watch those indicators. So overall, I gotta get my little cheat sheet out here. Overall, and this includes Northern Virginia, which is Arlington, Fairfax, Fairfax City, Falls Church City, and Alexandria, we were down in closed sales, minus 9.5% overall. But the reality of the reason why we're down, our active listings overall are down 27%. 27% active listings less in this June. So now we need to also remember that most of the settlements that are happening that we're getting on these closed sales that are in June were probably contracts made in May. So May is typically our biggest spring market, April and May, but May more, because you can usually stage your kids getting out of school and being able to move from one house to the next without an issue. So seeing that our sales were down 9.5% overall and our listings are down 27% overall is really big. Overall, again, only 1.6 months worth of inventory. So just to review, if today we had no more houses going on the market in 1.6 months in all of Northern Virginia, there would be nothing left to sell. I think that's called a seller's market. What do you think? So let's break down our cities. First off, we're going to start off with Fairfax. Now, this isn't Fairfax County, but the zip codes for Fairfax. Their closed sales were down only 0.8%, which isn't a lot. But the listings, they're still down minus 22%. And they only have 1.5 months worth of inventory. Oakton sales were up, dramatically up 39%, but their active listings, they're down 10%. So that means there's a lot of excess inventory in Oakton, which we're seeing because Oakton's inventory is 2.6 months worth of inventory, which is starting to head into that, again, fair market. Buyers get a good price, sellers get a good price, but it's not the bidding wars that you normally would see. And we're seeing similar things to that in Vienna. Vienna, their closed sales were actually down 15%. Their active listings, though, is also down 7%. And that's a flip from what we were usually seeing before, where we're having a little bit lower closed sales because we have so much lack of inventory. Reason why is Vienna has 2.6 months worth of inventory. Herndon. Now, this is 2 zip codes in Herndon. One is the town of Herndon, which is 20170, and the other is Herndon, Fairfax County, which is 20171. But I combine them together, and Herndon is up 6% in closed sales. And a lot part of it is because their inventory is up 4.6%, and they're looking about 2 months worth of inventory on the market right now. Reston is way up on closed sales. They were up 17.8%. That is a huge amount, especially considering that they still are 14.6 down in active listings. But there's a lot of inventory sitting in Reston not selling because we got 2.8 months worth of inventory. And you may ask yourself, when we're getting into the 2s, or the 2.5, 2.6, 2, and 2.8, what's going on there? Well, there's homes that need to be updated, and buyers want things pretty. They watch HGTV. They like everything done. They don't have time nor money, so they want it all done. So if you're seeing a lot of inventory or homes not selling, let's talk about the condition. And the next, maybe it might have to do with the marketing. Maybe they're not hitting the right market, or it's overpriced, which is often common in our area too. Chantilly, again, 2 zip codes in Chantilly, 20151 and 20152. 152 is Loudoun, and so I'm focusing on mainly Fairfax County, so I only pulled that one. And things are popping really a lot in Chantilly. You are down 6% on closed sales because you are down 25% in inventory. And there's only 1.3 months worth of inventory in Chantilly. If you are thinking of selling in Chantilly, call me. This is the time. You are going to get the best amount of dollar for your property. And that's really critical. We're in July, and with having minus 25% worth of inventory in one zip code is huge. It means that this shall continue on through what normally is a very quiet summer month. So now for a long time, we've talked about the Amazon effect. And is it really happening? And is it still going on? And last month we saw, I believe, that our inventory was down 78% in Arlington. It's still happening. It's not going well. Arlington right now has less than 1 month's worth of inventory. And this is all the zip codes, both north and south, because they all have to be taken into one consideration, because that's where Amazon is coming from. Is that it's going to be basically, it's in the south, but everybody's going to be buying all over the place, and metro lines are very important also. So Arlington, they're off by 20% on closed sales. So that means that 20% less people sell their home, close their sale this year. 20% less homes sell this year than last year. Why? 78% last month. We're still down 56% of active listings. So I know a lot of people in Arlington are thinking they're going to wait and see if this all is changing because the Amazon people still haven't moved in. But I think that we might see it starting to level out at some point, just because the fact that there is an oversaturation of maybe people buying too many homes, and the demand and supply, we got to look and keep that balanced in. But with that said, I also want to compare that with overall the whole Northern Virginia area that we talked about earlier. Arlington in the last year has experienced a 13.29% increase in sales prices. 13.29% increase. Meanwhile, overall, we have seen a 5% increase including Arlington, Alexandria, Fairfax, Falls Church, Fairfax City. It's just been a 5%. So with that in mind, 5% is a really nice steady increase. That's not a market where you're going to have a lot of bubbles bursting. That's a very steady. Most economic advisors like to suggest anywhere between a 3 to 6% nice increase is a good, strong economy. 13% could have some bubbles. And again, got to look at that when you're thinking Arlington. Thinking of selling, sooner than later, it's a really good time to sell. So overall, still a strong market. And if you guys have any questions at all about your house, about the market, about your community, about your next door neighbor, about a home you saw and you just want some information, please give me a call. Above is 703-967-5899, or send me a text or email me. I would love to hear your comments about the market and some of these stats. It's really interesting to hear the consumer's point of view. So please make sure you comment below, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of information that we're putting out constantly, and it's a great resource for you. So give me a call if I can help. Otherwise, have a fantastic summer, and I look forward to talking to you next month about July stats. Have a great day.